but them niggas went the right that'll win it. That's why I'm always by myself, because these niggas be telling. When I was locked up free, big Gucci with my bitches was chillin'. And I can't feel I'm a feeling, ain't no way over the ceiling. I heard my deal when partners talking down, it didn't hurt my feelings. I wipe my tears with my millions, I'm on the jet with my children. Two twins and they don't speak no English, cause these bitches Brazilian. You gotta watch your own family, cause these people chameleons. Episodes, I'm going crazy, they watching me like TV. Bitch, my watch cost me 980. I'm flying vessel, either shit, them bad bitches be waving. Your dick and bubble gum, that's how you get them out of favors. Episodes, I'm going crazy, they watching me like TV. Bitch, my watch cost me 980. I'm flying vessel, either shit, them bad bitches be waving. Your dick and bubble gum, that's how you get them out of favors. Episodes, I done had a lot of episodes. That's all they talk about is episodes. I done had a lot of episodes.
Alexa, make an alarm at 5:59.
Is that 5:59 in the morning or in the afternoon?
In the evening.
Alarm set for 5:59 p.m.
Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? I like when people show up early. I like it. That's what's up. Y'all in here. I bet. Yo, come to the stage if you can. Chat. Let me look at chat. What's good? I bet. So if you guys want to talk and ask questions, you can just come to the stage. That's how you do it. There's a button on the right, I believe, or let's see, floating layer. Yeah, on the bottom it says come to the stage. If you don't need to, you don't need to. But sometimes it's tough for me to look at the chat. So if I'm not able to see the chat or your hand raised, just come to the stage. We got another 3 minutes. What's up, Neil? What's up, my boy? Hey. Yeah. I bet. Now I'm starting to feel the chill. I bet. All right, Alexa, stop. Alexa, pause. I bet. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. So first, I would like everybody tell me, where you from, who's here. Tell me where you from. Hit the chat or come to the stage, either one. We're gonna do this for 5 minutes, or maybe a little less. But yeah, definitely let me know where you guys are from. That's what's up, babe. That's for sure. So just so you guys know, I made Indianapolis. What's going on? I made this webinar, this whole presentation for my family, to be honest. I wanted to teach my daughter how to trade options, and you know, I made something for her, and then I decided to turn it into a presentation. So it is very, very. She's 18. She just turned 18 about a month ago. So yeah, a little over a month ago. So if she can understand it, you guys should definitely be able to understand. She is bright, very, very bright. But it's 6 o'clock. You guys are on time. I love it. For all the people who are here on time, give yourself a round of applause, because being on time is the beginning of a great relationship. Whenever you show up late, it just changes the whole structure of the meeting. So definitely make sure you're on time. You respect people's time. That's what I do. Dallas, great. Good evening, Ash. What's up? What's up? What's up? BX, let's get it. Neil, let's go. Brooklyn in the building. All right, I'm glad to see that my people are here. From SIP, Mississippi. Is that what it is? That's what y'all call it, the SIP? Let's get it. I never heard that before. The SIP, yo, that's what Kiki from. The SIP. That's fire. That's fire. I like that. Breezy, let's get it. Catilla is from the SIP. Yeah, yeah, man. So I'm definitely gonna take I'm gonna take it serious, guys. And whoever's late is just late. They will have to catch up and ask questions at the end. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Sealy, Christopher Lee, but everybody in the world's name is Chris. So, I like to stand out a little bit. So it's Sealy, call me whichever, Chris Lee, Sealy. All my friends call me Sealy. So I've been trading since 2018. A buddy of mine taught me Forex, and then got my ass handed to me with Forex. And I decided to take a break, got into crypto a bit, and then I learned options. One of my friends got really, really rich trading options. He is down with that whole AMC GameStop thing. Made like he bought a Lamborghini off of GameStop. So got into options, and took me about the learning curve that it takes everybody about 2 years to get into it, to really become profitable and be able to take care of myself with options. And then I ended up building an algorithm that helps me, get quicker. And I'll show you all about that in a bit. But yeah, so I've been trading for a bit. So I'm going to go ahead, and I want you guys to answer this question for me. All right. There's a question on the right. I need you guys to answer this. Have you ever traded options? Oh, word. First time? I bet. I want everybody. There's 28 people in here. I want to see everybody participate. It's important that I see all of you guys participate. 7 people have. Dope. So people who have traded options, you see? So people who have traded options already still feel the need to join 101. So there is a learning curve, guys. But rest assured, I've created something that I'll talk about more at the end that actually would shorten that time for you to become a professional. Within the last few months, I think I became really, really good at trading options. There's a few of my teammates that are in here that can tell you how good I became. And yeah, we're going to talk about that. So thanks. Good. I got one more question for you guys. One more question. Okay. Now, so what do you guys trade? If anyone else in here has traded, I want to know what you guys have traded before. If not traded options, you traded options, good. Crypto, anybody trade crypto, stocks, futures, Forex? No? All right, we just have one more minute, and then we'll get started on this. I just want to see where my, where my people have the most education. Good. Futures, Worth. Futures is in the building. That's advanced. Futures is dope, though. Futures is really dope. Stocks, good. Excellent on investing. Got a lot of options traders in here. That's dope. All right. All right, so we're about to turn it up right now. All right, it is time. It is time, y'all. So, welcome to Options 101, a friendly introduction for complete beginners. Beginning options with Sealy. I just want you guys to learn the basics of options in a friendly way. It's real easy, and it's easy to trade. It's easy to do, but it's the hardest thing for you to do is to keep your emotions in order. And your strategy is really tough. Emotions fly when you're making money or losing money. It changes. Just like Mike Tyson said, is you have a plan until you get punched in the face, and then your plan goes out the window. And that is exactly what it is trading options. So I just want to let you guys know options is easy. Just controlling your emotions is the hard thing. So I'm going to get you guys to know how to trade options, and then we're going to work on that psychological part of that. All right. So I have a small disclaimer that I want you guys to read. This is very important because I want to let you know this presentation and all included materials are the exclusive property of Jarvis AI Inc. By viewing this content, you agree to keep your hands, eyes, and screenshots inside the webinar at all times. Do not record, copy, or share this presentation, even for educational purposes. Post, upload, or reproduce any part of it online or offline. Sell, profit from it, rebrand this content as your own. I will notice. And this material is protected under copyright law. Violations may result in legal actions, bad trading karma, and your broker asking, what were you thinking? So it's educational use only. This training is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult with a licensed financial advisor before making any trading or investment decisions with your money. All right? This is serious. Don't test our lawyers, but do test or the algorithm. Don't test either because we gets busy. All right, guys, that's it. So let's get into it. The basics. Stocks versus options. So stocks is ownership, is like owning a piece of a company. You buy shares to become a part owner, like buying a house. You have a partner, you guys own 50% of it together. It's like buying a house. So you own it. You get to do whatever you want with it. You get to sell it, you get to hold on to it, watch the value grow or decrease. And but options, on the other hand, give you the right to sell, buy that stock in a specific price by a certain date. Each option contract controls 100 shares, letting you trade with less money while still benefiting from the price changes. So it's like pretty much like real estate. If you ever heard of, flipping contracts or wholesaling, you just have the right to sell the contract of that option or that house. It's very similar. You don't own it, but you do have the right to sell it before an expiration date. And if the price of that house goes up, that value of that contract goes up. Same thing with options. Same thing. So looking over here to this grid I created. Okay, so stocks, what is it? Ownership in the company. Options, a contract to buy or sell. Stock, full share price. Just for instance, the cost of Apple is $248. With options, the premium, for example, it will be $218 a share times 100. So you'd pay $218 to sell Apple at $248. So if Apple goes to $250, that obviously that premium would increase and you can sell it and get the difference of the premium. That's pretty much how that works. So stocks, you control one share when you buy, or how many shares you buy. Just for instance, you bought one share of Apple, you get to sell that one share of Apple. So if Apple, you bought it at $240 and it goes up to $250, you made $10. With an option contract, you buy one contract, you control 100 shares. So if that changes, you get the difference times 100. And obviously it's not the $10, but it would be the price of the option times 100. So if it goes from 218 to 220, you'd get $2 per contract. I'll break it down a little further in there, but that's how that works. So the expiration for a stock, you have no expiration. As long as that company is still in business, you can hold that stock forever. And with an option there, you're buying it with a expiration intact already. So maybe you have it a year out, or you have it for next week, or even that same day. You have that amount of time to sell that option, or you have to actually end up buying the shares. You exercise the option where, so it's basically a right to buy 100 shares, just for instance, at 248. So by the time the expiration hits, you would have to buy the shares of Apple, all of them, or you can just sell it. Like I said, you can sell it. So just like you were selling a house, you have a contract to buy the house or sell the house by this date. You don't sell it, you have to buy it, or you have to sell it, or you just lose all your money. That's how that works. And the risk, limited to stock price movement. When you're buying stocks, it's just the risk is if it goes down, if it's, the stocks you bought it at 248 and goes down to 240, you lost $8. But with options, you can lose the entire contract price that you put in, or just, by the time you sell it, whatever you sell it at that's what you get. But the risk is the entire premium. And the reward potential, unlimited, for stocks. So if stock goes from 248 to $500, you just made yourself what, $252. And options, high leverage, limited duration. So definitely the reward potential, it's not unlimited. It definitely can go up very, very high, and it moves a lot quicker. You have 100 shares. So if that stock goes up, say from 248 to 500, you are making a boatload of money in a short amount of time, depending on what your expiration date is. And we'll definitely get into that a little bit more. Okay, so options explained in plain English. The definition of options are contracts, not ownership. They give you the right, not the obligation, to buy or sell the stock. The purpose was originally created for hedging, like insurance. People would buy a bunch of stock, like institutions would buy a bunch of Apple stocks, and they would buy puts or calls as insurance. So if the stock went down, they would have calls, and they would be able to, not lose so much money because they had, they would have puts. So they would have money. They would be making money as the stocks went down. They'd be making money because they bet for it to go down on their options, but they're holding the stock. So they'll make money while the stock is going down, which is hedging them losing money. I hope that makes sense. I think it does. If it doesn't make sense, please just stop me at any time and tell me if it doesn't make sense. All right. Okay. So the traders can use them. They control 100 shares with a lot less capital. You can profit from very small moves. Like if the stock goes up $1, you do make money. You have 100 shares. So the $5 per share and times 100 is $500. That can make a lot of money for you. And that's how you manage risk. So the comparisons of stocks are ownership, one share, options, agreements to buy or sell the stock, buy or sell the shares later. So you're just agreeing to buy these stocks at a later time, but most people, they sell it before that expiration date. And the longer you wait, sometimes, not all the time, but the longer you wait, the less it's worth. So you want to, keep that in mind when buying an option. Your expiration date is important. So it's just like, a house. You want to buy, say your contract ends next week, and you are flipping a contract to buy a house, and you have until next week to sell it. As you approach that contract date, it's going to be a lot less valuable to somebody else that's also trying to sell that contract. So your price, your premium is going to go down. Example, if Apple is 248 and you're buying a 250 call, it might cost $2.18 per share, which is $218. If Apple rises to 255, you profit. If not, you can lose $2.18. So you already have in mind what you can lose. So it's a lot more understandable. Like if it just, you're putting in $2.18, you can lose all $2.18. Okay. Let's see. All right. Options contract demystified. So you have a strike price. That's the agreed upon price where you can buy the call or sell the put of the stock. Choose strike prices based on your target and risk tolerance. So if you see over here, this diagram that I put here, this is the strike price. Let's just say ABC stock, which is Google, is at $100. So over here, the calls in the money, which means that obviously Google would be a little bit more than $100 per share. So you're buying in the money, which makes these a little bit more valuable, a lot less risk, so they're more expensive. So everything you see is times 100. So if they're asking for $8, that's $800 for 800 option, 800 for a contract which controls 800 shares. So it's $800. And on the put side, so if you think it's going to go down, over here you'd see the ask is $1, so it would be $100. But if obviously the stock does end up going down, this ask would increase and then your money goes up. So if that changes from $1 from 1.0 to 2.0, you just made yourself $100. That's how that happens, and so on and so on. So out the money is a lot less expensive because they're more risky. So you're saying that you think Apple's going to go up, and in the money, you just want it to go up as well, but it's already in the money, so it's a lot less risky. So as it goes up, you get paid the same, or you can be more, but it's a lot less risky, so it costs more. And that's just how that is. So everything here is times 100. So $1.50, that's $150 that it will cost if you think Apple's going to move. So Google, because ABC is likely in between 110 and 108. So if it moves towards 110, this price would increase, and that's where you would sell that option and you would get the premium. So your 150 return to say 250, you would get your 150 back plus $100. That's how that works. All right. Expiration date. That's the last day you have. That's the last day your contract right exists. Like an airline ticket, after the travel date, it's worthless. Plan trades with enough time for your thesis to play out. The premium cost. That's what you pay for the contract, your maximum risk. Think of it as the ticket price of your chosen destination and travel date combination. Calls benefit from upwards movements, from upward price movement, and puts from downward movements. You can sell to close anytime before the expiration. No need to exercise. So you don't have to buy that. You don't have to exercise the contract, meaning you don't have to buy the 100 shares. You can sell it before and just let somebody else make that money. So I always think of it as, I need to leave enough time for somebody else to be able to make their decision. So if I'm going to sell it, so when you're selling and buying options, you're actually selling it to someone else. Somebody else is buying that, and it needs to be worth it. They need to see that as valuable with that amount of time left based on what they think the stock is doing. So, if next week you have an option for Tesla, you think Tesla is doing well, and you sell it to someone else, they need to also think that it's worth something. That's kind of how it looks. And they think it's worthless, obviously it's going to be, you're going to lose money. So you want to also be aware of what's going on with the stock. Okay. All right. Types of options trades. So personally, I'm a day trader. Fast movers, these are short-term trades that are open and close in the same day. Like I want to make my money that day. I want to buy something now, let it go up a little bit and sell it immediately and make my money that day. Traders use them to catch quick moves in price. They're high focus and best for experienced and active traders. Think in and out, same day profits or loss. So, you can lose. Obviously, you can win. It's same day options are very high risk, but they can make you a lot of money. Like I say, no risk, no Rari. Swing trading. Swing trades are steady setups. Swing trades last for a few days to even a few weeks. You're trading short-term trends, letting your trade breathe and the stock move. Less stressful than day trading, but still short-term. Think, catch the wave, and don't marry the trade. And leaps, these are long-term options. Like leaps stand for long-term equity anticipation securities. These are options that expire in months or even years. They're used by investors who believe in companies' long-term growth. Think options for investors, long-term, long horizons, big potential. Like something you think Tesla's robots are going to do very well, so you'll buy a leap for Tesla for 2028. January 2028, you think within that time, it's Tesla somewhere around $440 right now. You think it could potentially go to $800. You buy an $800 leap on Tesla, and if it happens to reach that before 2028, you made yourself a lot of money. So that's how that works. Okay, so now you guys understand how option contracts work. That's simple. It's pretty simple. I want to get someone in the chat. Was it still pretty was it understandable for you, or is it still hard to understand? I just really want to know. Anybody answer. Just tell me, did I break it down enough? Clear. Excellent. Good job. Thank you. I appreciate that, D. All right. Got it. Good. Awesome. Perfect. All right. So now candlestick analysis. So candlestick analysis essentials. So I'd like to know the proper definition of a share if you're still talking. If you're talking questions. Yes, I'm taking questions. I will be taking questions. A share is basically a percentage of a company. So let's say I have a house and I break it into 100 shares. That the house is let's say a house is $100. And everybody has a share. I sell 100 shares of it. You get $1 a share. So that gives you your 1% owner of that house. And if the house goes up to $200, the price increases on the neighborhood. It goes up to $200. Now your share is worth double. That's basically what it is. So a share is basically a piece of that company. They break it up into so many shares, and it's not unlimited. Does that make sense, Zoe? I just want to make sure. That is my daughter, I believe. Okay, good. Excellent. Okay. All right, cool. That is my daughter. I made this for her, so that's why it's very important that this is the first time she's heard it. I've never told her this. I just told her, listen, you got to log on. So candlestick analysis, the candlestick body. So you have 5 pieces of a candlestick. You have the high, the low, the open, the close, and the color. The color of the candle is telling you if that candle actually ended up higher or lower. So if it opened here, if you see this, the candle opened here and closed here, the candlestick will be green. And the high is here. That means that's where, and I'll read these out. Okay, so the candlestick green, price went up, closed higher than it opened. Red candles, price went down, closed lower than it opened. Think of the body like the main story. Did the buyers or sellers win the day? So let's say this is a daily contract, a daily candle. Like you have different time frames for candles. Like you can go all the way down to 1 minute, even 30 seconds on a candle. But so say you're doing a daily candle. Each one of these candles represent a day. So if it ended up red, that means the sellers won that day. If it ended up green, the buyers won that day. I hope that makes sense. So the wicks, these are wicks. They're also called shadows. Top wick shows the highest price the buyers were able to push it to. The bottom wick shows the lowest price that the sellers were able to push it to. Wicks are like extra effort. Each side made even if they couldn't keep the control. They tried to make the effort to push it down here, but ultimately when they got down here, the buyers just bought it back up and they ended up going up this high but closed right here. Key stories each candles can tell. A long lower wick, sellers tried to push down, but the buyers rejected them. Strong buyers are strong. Long upper wick, buyers tried to push up, but the sellers rejected them. Sellers were strong. A big body, this is the body of the candle. One side dominated, strong trend. Small body, doji like. A stalemate, indecision means the body is small. That means there's a lot of fight in that candle. So it's kind of indecision, meaning like, there was just basically it's like a tug of war. And, it was basically ended almost in the middle, if that makes sense. Oh, wow. The analogy is right here. Okay. Imagine a tug of war game. The open is where both teams start. The close is where the rope ends up and when the whistle blows. The wicks are how far each side pulled the rope during the fight before they swung back. A big body, one team dominated. A small body, the match ended close, where it started. Okay. So I'm just going to give you a couple of patterns and I will show you my screen to show you guys what these patterns actually look like when you see candlesticks. I'm doing well on time. Good. Key reversal patterns that actually work. So a bullish engulfing, a green candle that completely engulfs the previous red candle. So basically think of a candle that's here and then think of the following candle that engulfs it. Like the next candle goes higher and lower than it. A large green candle that completely engulfs a previous red candle's body, most powerful when it comes close to a support level, shows buyers have taken complete control. So support levels are basically levels where price likes to stay. So, recently, Tesla likes to stay around the 423, 425. That's where buyers think it's worth. So they'll buy it when it gets down there, if that makes sense. So it's support. Like, if eggs were to go down to 99 cents again, I bet you a lot of people would be buying eggs. But now that they're up at, $7, $8, you see a lot of people selling eggs. Like that's basically how it works with stocks. So a hammer pattern. Hammer pattern is a small body. Think of a small body and then a long lower wick. So a small body with a long lower wick at market bottoms, like a ball being slammed down, but bouncing back up, indicating a strong buying pressure rejected the lower prices. Shooting star, a small body and a long upper wick. So at the tops, buyers tried pushing it higher. So it's here. So this is the body of the candle and this is the wick. So buyers tried pushing it higher, but the sellers smacked the price down. So when it got all the way up here, the sellers sold it and brought it right back down. So it ended here. Warning signs of potential reversal. So when you see that at the top of an uptrend, you can almost rest assured that the price is probably coming down because the sellers don't think it's worth that much. They think it's supposed to be down here somewhere. But this wick shows that the buyers try to push it up. But as soon as it got up here, sellers, okay, well, it's time to sell. So the eggs are back to $7. I'm out there slinging eggs again, if that makes sense. A doji is an indecision candle. So a doji is a small body. So open price is nearly equal to the close price, creating a cross-like appearance, shows the perfect balance between buyers and sellers, most significant at market extremes. I'm going to show you guys my screen. Yes, I'm going to stop sharing this for just a second, just to show you guys my screen. So this is, let me go ahead and turn off this indicator. This is Jarvis. It makes life really easy. Let's see if I can find you. So this right here, this would be a doji candle. So this little red one right here, that would be a doji. So buyers were indecision. So it's moving up, moving up. You see buyers were pushing it up. Then it got right here. Buyers don't think it's, worth that anymore. The sellers just came in. So you have an indecision and then the price started to move down. And that makes sense. So that's kind of how. Let's see if I can find some of those other candlesticks for you. Let's see. Okay. All right. Of course, I can't find them right now. But I'm bullish engulfing. I want to find you some bullish engulfing candles. They show themselves every once in a while. I won't take too much time because I can just go and show you a diagram, but These candles show up a lot. You'll see a green. Just think of this candle being bigger than this candle being small, and this candle coming up. That would be a bullish engulfing bulls. So if you hear a lot, you see the bull that's in Wall Street. Think of, and then you see bears. So the bulls are the buyers. That means that they think the market is going to go up. So when the bulls are in the lead, it thinks that the market is going to go up. You're bullish. So bulls think to remember how they work. Bulls, they like ram up, or like they use their horns to attack you up. Now bears, they slash down. So when they slash to attack you, so think of markets coming down. So there's bearish here, bullish here, bullish here, bearish here. That's as simple as that. All right, let me go back to sharing. Okay. Let me go back to my, okay. Back to sharing my presentation. Okay. All right, understanding the Greeks. Now, this is probably the most difficult part of options, but they're easily on the people, it's like reading the fine print in your contract. If you don't understand the Greeks, then you're not looking at the fine print in your contract. You're buying a contract not knowing it is very, very risky. So understanding these three are very important. The other ones are important as well, but these are the most important. So the delta is the price sensitivity. That's how much your option price changes per $1 of the stock move. A 0.50 delta call gains about $50 if the stock rises $1. So if the stock goes up $1, you get $50 if it's a 0.50. Higher delta equals more responsive to stock movement. At the money ATM, at the money options have deltas around $50. So that's why you'll see at the money options, it costs a little bit more than the ones that are out the money. They're riskier because you're thinking you're wanting it to move in a certain direction. So you're risking it costing less, but you're thinking it's going to go that way. But at the money, already it's there. So if it moves, you're going to get paid, but it's going to cost you more. If you buy a cheaper contract that's out of the money, if it moves, you're going to get paid a lot, but it costs you a lot less. So that's how that works. I hope that made sense. Let me see if I got any questions. Dope example. Okay, great. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Neil. So theta, time decay. That's basically like I was talking about when buying a house. Now, if I told you that, with wholesaling real estate, if you give yourself 30 days to sell, you go to a seller and like, listen, I'm going to put this house in contract, and then I'm going to sell this contract to somebody else within 30 days. At the beginning of the 30 days, it's worth everything. But when you get down to the last couple of days and you don't have a buyer, you're probably going to have to take a little bit of a price reduction, or maybe even a lot of a price reduction to sell that contract, because it's not worth as much, because they don't have the time to do whatever they want with it. They may not have the time to get the financing. They may not have the time to sell it themselves. So that price of that contract is now worth a lot less, that you have a lot less time. Does that make sense? I think it does, because you guys are mad smart. So that's how that works. So daily value, the theta is the daily value loss due to time passing, like ice cream melting. It looks great at first, but drips away if you don't act. But drips away if you don't act. Decay accelerates as expiration approaches. Plan your exits accordingly. Okay. Implied volatility. A lot of people call it IV. So, we love to abbreviate or rename everything as traders. So market expected volatility baked into option prices, like storm insurance costing more during hurricane season. High IV means expensive options. IV crush after events can hurt even winning trades. So even, for instance, I'll tell you about one of my biggest losses. I love talking about this. I was right, and it hurt so bad. I traded NVIDIA for earnings. Last year, Nvidia was doing so amazing, just kept going up. And the move when earnings came out went to where I thought it was going to go. But because everybody thought that it was going to do that, the IV was very high. So even though I got the move right, I still woke up and my contract was zero, literally worthless, even though I got it right. So, like thinking of buying a house during Hurricane Sandy, you know what I mean? You're probably, your insurance is going to be so expensive that it's almost impossible to pay your mortgage because of that. Just think of it that way. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Go ahead. Back to content. All right. Okay. Proven trading strategies. Okay. Simple direction. So buy calls when you think the stocks will go up. Calls. Buy puts when you think it's going to go down. Your risk is limited to what you paid, nothing more. Spotting basic price movements. Look for simple patterns. When price makes higher highs, the trend is likely going to go up. I'll show you my screen in a second to show you what that looks like. So when it's here, so the stock is moving up, then it moves down here, then it goes back up. That's higher highs. And when it's making lower lows, the low keeps going down. That's the price going down. So that's kind of how you want to do it. You want to buy it when it has a little pullback, and then going to keep going down more. So that's when you buy puts. So when the price makes higher highs, the trend is likely up. When the price makes lower lows, the trend is going to go down. No need to memorize candle names. Just notice the direction. I definitely have some handouts and stuff for you guys to make you memorize the candles. I have all types of things to make me understand candlesticks. So how I know candlesticks so well, I got these candlestick cards. I got a candlestick Bible, candlestick cards. These cards are really cool. I'm making my own, guys, where it just shows you, flashcards shows you all types of candlestick patterns and candlestick formations. And when you see them, they don't always work out, but it's a probability game. So when you see something happen, it's probable that it's going to happen again. That's just how it is with the stock market. So the more you know, the better you can do. That's just how that works. Okay. So bonus tip, the more you watch charts, the more your eyes will catch these moves naturally. Price is your best teacher. Practice is your best teacher. So you'll see me in my office. My wife sees me in this office all day. That's why my people who are in my class, they see my wife bring me like breakfast and lunch and sometimes even dinner. I'm just in this seat all day, like because I'm just watching charts. So that's how I got so good at it. Okay. Risk management. This is I should have probably put this first, but because it's very important. Years into it, I was good when I first started trading, but when I got in 2 years ago, price was just going up. It was just going up. So I thought I was the greatest trader in the world because it just kept going up. It was easy to buy and just wait for it to go up. But the next year, the price just started going down and I didn't understand puts and I just hated like betting on something to go down. So I would always bet for it to go up and I kept losing money. So you need to have your risk management and trade discipline in order before you trade. Like have an idea of what you're willing to lose before you even start the trade. Never risk more than 1 to 2% of your account on a single trade. Work backwards. If max loss is $200 and the option costs $100, buy only 2 contracts maximum. Sorry. So easily understandable. Let's just say you start with a $1,000 trading account, just to give you a full round number, $1,000 in your trading account, right? No, even I give you something even easier. Say you have 10,000, just so I can make round numbers. Most of you are not going to start out with 10,000. I don't want you starting out with that much, but just say you start out with 10,000 in your trading account, which I like to trade with. The max you can risk on a trade is $100. And that doesn't mean you can only trade $100. No, that means that when your price goes down, when your contract, say you buy your contract at $1,000, whatever you buy it at, and you go back 10% and you go back $100 and your contract is now worth $900, that is the most that you can risk. That is the most. So 10,000, 1% of a $10,000 account is $100. So the most you want to have drawdown. So if your contract goes from I'm taking 10 $1,000 trades. And if my $1,000 turns into $900, I'm out. I'm only risking 1% each trade. That's it, period. And maybe if I think it's really going to go well, I might go to 2%, but I'm out at $100. So I'm down. That's what you're throwing into the slot machine. So think of a casino. You throw in a quarter, you pull the thing, you lose your quarter. That's it. I'm okay with that because I thought that could happen. But when you start thinking that everything's going to go the same way and you start like waiting for it to go back up, and now you're down $800, you only have $200 left, and your contract you bought at 1,000 is only worth 200, and you think it's going to go back up or even go past that, the chances are you're just gambling. And that's what that is. Another thing, one of my business partners is very big on this. Derek, he trade journaling. I didn't journal for a very long time until I started journaling, taking a note of every trade, what I did well, what I didn't do well, and write it down. You will be able to get better because you can find out the emotions that you had at the time, what was going on with the stock, did it have any news, what did you see on the chart. You journal every little piece of why you got into that trade, and you start reading back and started memorizing what exactly made you get in and out of these trades that are winning or losing. You'll be able to get better. Record every trade setup, entry price, exit strategy, and outcome. Review weekly to identify patterns in your winners and losers. Data beats emotions. Okay. And plan before execute. Define your setups, entry signals, targets, and stop loss before entering. Write it down. Bullish engulfing, at daily support, in the money call, target next to resistance, stop at a pattern failure, whatever. All these things you want to have planned out. Like maybe you only buy bullish engulfing. When you see that red candle engulfed by a big green candle, you only take that trade. Like I'm only taking trades when I see that. If I don't see it, I'm not in. My boy Cole, my other business partner, he makes a lot of money per day. I'm not even going to put it out there how much he makes per day. But he only trades the days that he sees his setup. If he doesn't see his setup, he's not trading. So there's days, even weeks that go by and Cole won't trade. That is real risk management and trading discipline. That's what you want to have. If you look at the chart, you don't see what you want to see, go away. Like just come back another day or another time. Most traders just think they can beat any market. So I think it was Bruce Lee that says, which one is stronger? Somebody who knows 100 punches or a person that masters one punch? The person who masters that one punch is definitely more deadly than a person who knows 100 punches, because that one punch is so deadly and he practices so much that is really powerful. And that's the same thing you have to think about with trading. Okay. Tools you need to trade. Okay, so the first thing you need is a broker. I like Robinhood. Are they crooks? Likely. Like Robinhood, they are known for doing a lot. Not going to get into that. But they are very, very good. When it's like using an iPhone, you don't really need an instruction manual. It's so easy to trade, so easy to use. And Webull is also very user-friendly. So a broker is the app platform you use to buy or sell your stocks and options. Robinhood is great for beginner-friendly broker, simple to use, low cost, and perfect for learning the basics. You'll place all your trades here and manage your positions safely. The next thing you're going to need after you have your broker is you're going to need a charting platform. You're going to need something to be able to track and see what's going on, see your candlesticks and your patterns and all these things. So you're going to need a trading platform. I like TradingView. There's many other ones. You have NinjaTrader. Webull has a good one. You have Thinkorswim. You have a bunch of other different trading platforms you can use. I like TradingView. I use it every day. Yes, does it have its kinks as well? It does. But I like it. I actually built my indicator, which is Jarvis. I built it on TradingView. So it's a charting platform, helps you see what's happening in the market. TradingView gives you real-time charts so you can track stock movements and spot trends safely. It's like your trading dashboard. Simple visuals, live prices, and tools and analysis. Okay, so then after you have these two things, you want to have an indicator and a community. So the reason why I say a community, it doesn't have to be, someone's Discord or someone's WhatsApp. You know, you want to have friends or just a chat or something where you have other traders that are looking at the same thing, or maybe even able to tell you, hey, Apple's doing this or Tesla's doing this. And, you know, I see this call, 450 calls or whatever it is. You want to have someone to bounce information off of, because, you know, 4 eyes are better than 2, 6, 7. So I have a community we almost have 300 people in there. So 300 pairs of eyes looking at something. I'm likely better to catch a move than someone who's just looking at things by themselves. A lot of people like to trade alone. It's great. If you're great at that, then good. But most successful traders I know are a part of a community. So Jarvis not only is it an indicator, it's an indicator suite, meaning it has a bunch of different indicators, not just one. It has a whole lot of indicators, and I'll show you what that looks like. It has an indicator suite that will give you able to personalize it to your trading style. It allows you to, you know, be a part of a community that also uses Jarvis, and, you know, you can also get tips and things. Some other people teach me how to use what I built. Like, yo, Chris, did you use this with this? You know, did you use one of my boys, Mark Rogers? He's actually taught me. He's like, Chris, do you understand how good are the candles you built? When you got blue candles on Jarvis, that means buy, bro. Just hold on to that. And I was like, I built it. But he's like, bro, those blue candles, blue means true. And I'm like, okay, no. So I adopted that. So now when I see blue candles, what we do in our group, we don't sell blue candles. When we have blue candles, we stay in. So what Jarvis allows you to do, and indicators allow you to do, is just, if you're looking at a chart, look at this chart right here. You know, what do you know when you see this, what's going to happen next? You can't really know what's going to happen next. So indicators indicate where price is likely going to go. So it's not like predicting, but more like reacting to different things that you have on your chart. So I'll get a little bit more into that in a second, but that's it. We're almost done, guys, literally. So mastering Jarvis for options trading. So Jarvis, this is what Jarvis is. So Jarvis has, you know, you basically is something that looks at charts for you all day. So think of a robot that is looking at charts for you all day. When you wake up in the morning, Jarvis has plotted your blue candles, has plotted your trend lines, it's plotted your support and resistance, it's plotted everything for you. So when you wake up, all you have to do is look at your Jarvis. Okay, Jarvis is saying that Tesla is a buy. And it actually gives you a buy signal here. See, if you were to buy right here and just stood in, and you would have been making all this money. That's it. It says sell here. It went down. You know, you got out at the trend line. So trend lines are support. And then it has a buy right here with blue candles, and you're in these trend clouds. And I'll explain what those mean. But basically, that's what it is. So with the indicator that basically does all the charting for you, Jarvis is life-changing for people. Is anybody in here? I know people in here from Jarvis. Can anybody give me in here, tell me what their experience is like with Jarvis? And if you don't mind, you know, you can come to the stage or just put it here. Has Jarvis helped you trading at all? And I'm liking all these comments here. Okay, that's smart. Trading options during earnings is pure gambling. Thank you. You tell me that now. Thanks. Where were you before? You know what I mean? Are you going to teach how to map out setups? Not in this class. Like, I'm going to teach, you know, I'll leave that to you. You know, when we get into the, you know, one-on-one, this is 101. I'm just teaching them what options are. If they want to take it further, they can absolutely join Jarvis. And good segue. I mean, if you guys would like to join Jarvis, you get Jarvis free for $1. For $1, you get to join Jarvis's community. And, you know, for a week, you get 5 days to trade with us. You know, you'll get lots of help. $1. I'm going to go ahead and make this available for you. Call to action. So go ahead. If you'd like to join Jarvis, you just put your email there. My assistant will reach out to you and send you the link so you can join it. For $1, you'll have Jarvis for this entire week. And you'll be a part of the community where you'll be able to get a lot of the education. I have training 3 nights a week. I have training tonight. After this, at 7 o'clock, I have a charting session. And 8 o'clock, I also have a Jarvis tutorial. So I do that 3 times a week. And we trade every day. We live trade from 9:30 a.m. to about 1:20, 1:30 every day. And that's basically how that works. So you want to be a part of the community, go ahead and click that link, try for $1. If it doesn't work for you, absolutely, you wasted $1. But the funny thing is 99, I would say 100%, honestly, 100% of the people, I'm going to leave it at 99 just so, you guys can believe me. But 99% of the people who pay that $1 end up paying for Jarvis for the entire month or the entire year within that 5 days. So I actually make you the money to pay me. And that is the facts. Can anybody answer that for me? Am I telling the truth? Anybody who used Jarvis, did you end up paying me with the money that I made you, or did you end up paying with your own money? Anybody? I don't care. Just tell the truth. Jarvis is truly amazing. And everyone, I use it daily. Literally made the subscription on the first day. Made $100 on my second day trading. That's my friend from, I knew her since I was 5. And we were in a group together where we did nothing but lose. So once I made this, so I learned from losing, guys. No joke. Okay, Jarvis paid for itself. Yep. Yo, use Jarvis. This is referral. All right. Yo, yeah, my boy Jay Breeze, he put his referral link. If you wanted to give him a referral, by all means, that's cool. But I dropped the link there. So that's how it goes, guys. Everybody, Jarvis has made a lot of people. My boy Jay Breeze is funny. He has a disability, which doesn't allow him to be able to like do a lot of things like drive or chart, because he can't, his vision is impaired. So being that I let him use Jarvis, and he made I think it was an 1,100%. So he put $100 and it turned into $1,100 or $1,200. It was crazy. He says, Chris, what the hell is this that you built? And I'm like, bro, he's like, yo, I didn't release it yet. He's like, yo, release it right now. And I went ahead and released it. Yeah, Ashley. So Ashley, it's funny. I met Ashley about 2 weeks ago. Ashley met her at my seminar, and she's never day traded. She's never used Jarvis before. So I let her use it. And it's funny. I remember Ashley very well, because one day she wanted to quit. She was like, Chris, you didn't let me into the group. I don't know what's going on. I said, I'm sorry, Ashley. So many people have been joining, and I'm just starting this community. So my apologies, but I will refund your money personally. I'll even refund you the $1 if you give me until tomorrow or Friday. It was on a Wednesday. She hit me up. If you give me until Friday, if you don't make your money, I will personally refund you. So that next day she made, I think it was like $500 or $600 the next day. How much money did you make the next day, Ashley? Because I know she made $2,200 on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So yeah. So Ashley, yeah, she killed it. She's been killing it every day. She works, and she actually works. She trades at her job. All she does is listen to me, what I tell her to do, and what she sees on Jarvis. She actually makes money while working for Transit. I'm sorry to put your business out there, Ashley. But yeah, view question. Okay, Raheem. Same thing with me. So Raheem too. He never day traded before. First day he used it was at my seminar. I told him to get into a play. I showed him Jarvis on the screen. He made $1,000 the first day. So he paid for 10 months before he even paid the $1. That's a fact. So Raheem, yes. So he actually, a lot of people have made money, and that's not a joke. $600 is Amazon. Yep, she made $600 on the first day. For her first day, she made $600. Not even a joke. Not kidding. So, yeah, I think I'm pretty much done. I think that's it. Any questions? Any more questions? Because that is it. Next slide. Yes, thank you for joining. You made it through the first step into a world of options trading. Congrats. Remember, learning to trade is a journey, not a race. Keep practicing. Stay consistent. Never stop learning. Join the Jarvis community. Get real-time indicators powered by Jarvis, a supportive trading community, live sessions and trading breakdowns, exclusive tools. To start your membership, go ahead and click here or join right here. Trade smart, stay confident, and keep growing. And thank you, guys. I actually ended about 5 minutes early, so I have 5 minutes before I have to go, but I have 5 minutes for questions. So if you guys want to come to the stage, by all means, or if you just want to ask in the chat, that's fine. Can I show an example of you buying a put or call for a better explanation? Okay. So Perfect. Let me share my screen. I'll do that. Thank you. I'll do that. Let me go back here to webinar. Okay, let me share my screen real quick. Okay, so right here, Apple. So for instance, Apple is trading at 252. So this is on puts. So if I were to, let's put it to calls. All right, Apple is trading at 252. So for instance, if I were to buy an Apple 255 call, it's going to cost me $230. So 230, I get 100 shares. I buy it, and if it moves up, if it moves up, if it goes up, then I make money. If it goes down, I don't. So right there, that's let's see if I can. So if Apple goes up, I wish I can show you how much you would make expected profit. All right. So look, so if Apple, look, here's perfect right here. So we're here. So if Apple goes to 257.91, it's currently at 255. It shows that I make $60. If it goes up to 258, I make 112. If it goes up to 259, I make 205, and so on. So if it goes up to 261, I make $430, and that can happen in a day. Literally, Apple's movement is about $5 to $8 a day, or maybe a little less, about $5 a day. So if it goes up to that $5, I can make about $222 per option contract. Now, if I just buy one contract, that's how much I make. Now, how about if I bought 10 contracts? Like, let's see, I put 10. Look, so if it just moves to 258, that's how much I can move. So look, and this is how much you can make. And this is actually what Raheem does every day. He waits for the small moves. He waits for me to say something, and he buys 10 of them, and he gets out when it's like 20%. That's it. So that's how that works. I hope that helped. Okay. I got 3 more minutes. Did that help? Explain the different premiums. So these are the different premiums right here. So if you're thinking 255, and the premium is this right here. These are the ask price, and this is the change it'll have to make for it to go there. And these are the strike prices. This is the percentage change. And these are the premiums. So $230 for a 255. As the price moves up, it's gonna, actually increase your premium. That's it. So these are the different premiums right here. So it's also the expiration date. This is the expiration date expiring this Friday. And this is how much you think it's going to go to by Friday. That's it. So a premium is a combination of the strike and the expiration. All right. Thank you, Ilflex. That's my boy. Thanks for the session. Kind of interesting. Good. Okay, cool. So after this, guys, I am going to my charting session. I give a charting session every Sunday night in my Discord. So you would have to join my Discord, and I'm going to show you guys how to chart without Jarvis. And then at 8 o'clock, I'm going to chart with Jarvis. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't see any more questions. So I really do appreciate. I got a private question. Hi, my name is Paula from Brooklyn. Okay. Hi, Paul. Sorry, I just read it out. It was a private message. Thank you, Paula, for joining. Thanks, Paula, for joining. If you need anything, please, we're going to reach out to you. So if you left your email, we're still going to reach out to you to tell you thank you. And if you have any questions or like to join, we'll send you the link. So that was Options 101. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for spending all this time. There was about 55 people on this call. That was great. Really good. I came up with this 2 days ago, honestly. Like, I didn't even promote it very well. But there's going to be another one tomorrow and Wednesday and Friday. Tomorrow, so we'll have another one. So if you like to jump back on to go back through this again, great. If you have a friend that you thought should have been here, you can just tell them that. All right. Thanks, Brian. That's my brother. All right. Thank you, Rachel. I love you, sis. And that is it, guys. I ended 1 minute early. That's great, so I can get to my other class. Thank you. You're welcome, Charles. You're welcome. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night. How was it?
Dope.
Did you understand?
Did you see what I sent you?
No.
You got 15 signups.
No way. Son, I told you that was the shit. You did.
I told you it was gonna have 19 signups.
That was the shit.
I told you.
That was the shit.
And you had a lot of people.
There's 55 people on
Yeah,
there.
yeah. The signups just kept coming in the whole time.
$15. That's your, that's 1500. That's 1500.
That's 1,500. You good.
Yeah. Discord. Thank you, baby. I gotta
You
get
ain't eat
into Discord.
nothing.
I couldn't. I was
I know.
busy. Discord. I'm trying to get into Discord.
Yeah, that was dope. I'm gonna create my account.
You got to, babe. It's that simple. I'm telling you, you're probably gonna be better at it than me because you're not as risky. You're probably much better than me.
We'll see.
I'm serious. I ended on time. What's up, gang? What's up, gang? Thank y'all for being here. My bad. I was probably late by about 30 seconds or so. Can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
Let's get it. All right. So
And
let me go ahead and share my screen. I was busy doing a one-on-one class. I think some of you guys may have been here. So let me go ahead and share. Let me go to anybody join that class with me? The one-on-one?
I heard you, man. Good job.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
I did.
Oh God.
I was there.
What did you guys think?
Yeah, I was on it.
All right. What did you guys think?
It's good.
All right. It was good. Okay, cool.
It was for
All right, good. It was clear. All right. It's the first time I did that. Made it a couple days ago.
beginners. Great time.
Did I? Thank you. It means a lot. Actually, it really does.
Would never know.
You're not, oh, word, right? I look at me doing this. I never thought that. I thought I was gonna be a lawyer. Then I thought I was gonna be a sneaker salesman, then a drug dealer. Then now I'm selling options.
Dealer.
Yeah, I'm listen, I'm the most transparent person y'all ever gonna meet. Like, I'm honest. But yeah, after I had my daughter, I got into real estate, and I just decided to walk the correct route because I need to be here for my daughter and my wife. And thank God that he allowed me to develop this skill, and it's just continually keep growing. So let's go ahead and look at some tickers together. All right. Anybody have any tickers that you guys see my screen?
Just to let you know, Chris, I'm charting out like possible gap fill down for Amazon. So if you want to show it or whatever like that, I've already got it charted for my group.
Word. Let's look at. Oh yeah, look at that.
Daily and weekly, man.
Yeah,
the weekly is the one I'm looking at, the daily. So yeah.
Look at that. So I had a little area right here that I was consolidating. It tried to break out, and then it just completely fell. It hit my daily line right here. Thank God I don't have to chart. See, I keep my charts. I love TradingView because it keeps my charts. And look, my line and almost pretty much to the dollar and bounced off. And if it can lose this daily right here, it's a wrap. It's gonna come down another $5. That could be a lot of money, guys. So I like that. Let's look at the weekly. Oh yeah,
there's mine if you want to take a look, right?
Absolutely.
That's the gap fill, the purple.
Absolutely. Let's look at Derek's screen. I'm gonna watch the stream. Oh yeah, that's where it's. Oh man, and you got the sell signal from Jarvis. Oh, you see, he's cheating. He's using Jarvis, guys.
yeah.
And this,
let me turn it off. That's right. Let me turn it off. Right.
Yeah.
I got it there because it definitely helps, especially when you're already doing your own charting, man. Add to it.
Yeah. That's all it is.
You got a sell signal on the weekly on this fall. It knifed down, it went up and rejected that fair value gap. Coming down, there's your gap fill down to basically $200, little under.
Excellent. I like the sell. This is good money. that blue line that he had right here, as you see on the left, over there where you have the buy signal, that was a lot of that's a little a cluster. It's like a cluster of price right there. And when it broke out, you see it needed a big candle to break out. Now that it's back down here, it's probably going to hang out for a bit. But if it breaks through that line of 213.04, it's probably going to break through with a big candle. And as you can see, you see his trend clouds, guys. So there's like levels. He's at the third level. So the top level is the light green all the way at the top. Then you have the second level, and then the third level, and then the fourth level. You're probably going to, if you look behind the orange, you start to see that little red mist coming up. You're starting to make the wrist. Yeah, right there. You see the mist right there? Yeah. So it's starting to make the red trend now. So you can already tell that it's all coming in there. And this is on the weekly. So you can almost rest assured when it breaks through that line, you probably can get some real good downside. I like that. I like that a lot, guys. Right up Amazon. I have a line at it's currently at 213. I have a line at 211.43. If you guys like to take a screenshot of my levels, I think that's the smartest thing to do. Just so I don't, you guys can mark these same levels as well. And
Mark, let me know 211.40 just to be safe.
I got 211.43. Look, bro.
I just, he's right. We're right there, man.
Right there, bro. 211.43. So like charting is, we all should have things pretty similar if you chart correctly. Me and Derek don't really talk about it, but our levels are pretty much like spot on. We're off by 3 cents. That should tell you.
And I only do that. It's 42 is what my official at the penny level is. I did 40 only so that I want to hit it 42 or 40, right there at the level. I want to be a couple cents under just to get that guarantee. But I'm eyeing $200.
We're 1 cent away. It's crazy. 1 cent away is nuts, bro.
And the only reason I said 240 or the 40 instead of 42 is just because I don't want it to hit that level. I want it to go completely under, so it'll alert me at 40 to go, okay, here's where I'm going short. And I'm looking at $200 puts probably for November, just so I have some time.
Excellent. So he's doing how much? Which put?
That's for class. Rain, Jay, can you mute, please?
So which puts were you thinking about, Derek? Derek.
I'm somewhere in the $200 range for further out, just for me to give me, how I am. I like time.
Yeah.
But if I was getting them for this week, so if I had a daily close again for this week, or maybe like an hourly close under that that 211.40 or something like that, then you might see me take 205s for this week. Depending on how far the week is. That was Monday or Tuesday. I still have time. But for me personally, I'm looking at November 21st. Probably around that $200 range for me. That can cost a little bit more, but you know how I am. I like to buy time.
So what do you guys see right here? There's a gap. Gaps need to get filled, and that's exactly where Derek is. Look at my. Yep, that gap is right there. So that's why I start charting on the monthly. I got a monthly chart, and then I go down to the weekly and then the daily. But look at this gap right here. It's gonna come and try to touch. I think you can see price go all the way down to 194 just to fill that gap, and probably bounce to maybe 193 and go back up if it's going to go back up. But, over some time, I think Amazon can get down to 193. So if you want to chart that out or just take a picture of this, anybody have anything else that they want to look at? If not, I'll just get started. You know how I do, guys. I'm about throwing some tunes and start charting.
Yeah, I'll give you a few if you want them, so you can show people some crazy ones if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to chart something new.
You like to start with what? Something new? All right, do Best Buy and go to the weekly.
Okay. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna try.
I never something right around $80, and then you're gonna get what I'm saying. Look at the trend going up, and then
what's the ticker?
If I'm you, I would also bring up RSI and MACD on a chart when you're looking at it. I'm just letting you know. Okay. They will be helpful in this case. You're going to see that increase there. But just saying, just take a look at it. So BBY is the ticker.
I got it up. You guys see my screen? All right, guys. I'm going to chart this. I'm going to show you how I chart.
Real JE, can you please mute?
Thank you, guys.
Real JE, can you please mute?
So, guys, I'm about to chart this out. You know how I do. I throw on my music. and I just get in my zone. And if you guys have any questions, by all means, you can stop me, just unmute. But this is what I do. So,
and I was just going to reference you, Chris, real quick. Do it on the weekly first. I know you normally do the monthly. Go to the weekly. It's more noticeable in the weekly than the monthly for what this particular move on Best Buy is going to be. It's going to be it's an upward movement, but it's on the weekly is more than like I'm not trying to throw you off your normal.
No, yeah, no, I have to do it in my way, because if I don't, then I'm gonna miss something. I'll definitely look at the. I'm gonna show you the weekly when I get there. I'll call it out. Alexa, play the new Gucci album, Gucci Man album.
That's What I Like by Bruno Mars.
No, it's not. Alexa, play the new Gucci Man album. Alexa, that's why Amazon puts right there. Yeah, see?
See, we shorten Amazon.
We shorten Alexa, play the new Gucci Mane album.
Here's the latest album by Gucci Mane.
Yeah, that's why we taking puts on Amazon. You see? Alexa, volume 5. Alexa, volume 7. All right, guys, I'm about to get busy. You guys have any questions? I just want you to take a look at this. I want you to follow exactly what I do. Alexa, volume 6. I want you to follow exactly what I do. I want you to do this yourself. Alexa, volume 5.
I was going too hard. I shot my shot at the stars. Somehow I landed on Mars. I went from being behind bars. Now I'm rapping my bars. 2005, I was blind. They saying why was a star. Now this ain't my lane. Them just Jeep, but bitch, I'm coming out hard. My history ain't got no mystery. I was trapping and trust a tree. Went crazy on the nigga beats. I'm a fool with this recipe. No limit, bitch. I'm not so big. Rich as fuck. They can't cancel me. Get paid every time they sample me. Gucci whole life a masterpiece. Episodes. I'm going crazy, they watching me like TV, bitch, my watch cost me $980. I'm flyer, that's some either shit, them bad bitches be waving. Your dick and bubble gum, that's how you get them out of fame.
Puts on, Alexa, continue. A word, puts.
Waving, your dick and bubble gum, that's how you get them out of favors. Episodes. I done had a lot of episodes. That's all they talk about is episodes. I done had a lot of episodes. I'm the one they neglected, who nobody expected. I cut a lot of people off and I still don't regret it. I want the cash for the credit. My rich game sick need a medic. You niggas had money but fell off, man. You niggas pathetic.
And Chris, I have mine pulled up if you want to verify. I'm going to step out of the room for a second, but if you ever want to go, once you're done, if you want to verify yours.
Yeah, once I'm done, I'll go back and look at yours. I will. As soon as I'm done.
Though, this is one of the few times I'm going to tell you to turn on MACD. I don't offer.
Yeah, you never say that. Yeah, I got you. I'll turn it on.
MACD RSI, you know it's red. I'm telling you, MACD is red.
You got it.
I know it's weird. I'm going to say it.
I got you. I'm on it. You got my word.
I'm going crazy, they watching me like TV, bitch, my watch cost me $980. I'm flyer, that's some either shit, them bad bitches be waving. Your dick and bubble gum, that's how you get them out of favors. Episodes. I'm going crazy, they watching me like TV, bitch, my watch cost me $980. I'm flyer, that's some either shit, them bad bitches be waving. Your dick and bubble gum, that's how you get them out of favors. Episodes. I done had a lot of episodes. That's all they talk about is episodes. I done had a lot of.
Yo, puts on Amazon for sure. All right. All right, we don't need to go much further than that. Daily.
Listen to the words and the music and the songs. They are the music. They are the reason why we do it. And we do like this.
500 on a duffel on the way to the plug. 5,000 for the fit just to walk in the club. Went to throwing never hundreds when I ran out of dough. I got 10 kilos on my wrist, bitch, you fucking the school. I ain't got nothing but some money, hoe, I'm fresh out of load. Them the winter bell on business like it's fresh out the tube. I know these niggas hate to see me ballin' fresh out the mud. He you talking like I owe you pussy, get in the blood. Yeah, I came from having county dreams, filled over a nightmare. Now I ball like Mr. Clean, buzz like light, yeah. Jumped up to the chop shop, came back with a nice pair. She cleared a tab in the car, put that pussy right there. Yeah, all these bitches my bitches, all these hoes my hoes. All 2025 I'm going gold on gold. Put some drink inside the road tonight, don't get drunk. PJ land on Gresham Road, bitch the sister. I went from bad dreams to beautiful nightmares. I'm been it on myself, as long as the dice here. Yeah, I went from bad dreams to beautiful nightmares. It's a beautiful nightmare. Went from bad dreams to beautiful nightmares. I'm been it on my yeah, went from bad dreams to beautiful nightmares. It's a beautiful nightmare.
As you see, as you go up further, guys, you get less and less lines. You get less and less lines as you go into smaller time frames. They don't really. You should. If you got too many lines, there's a problem. If you have the same amount of weekly lines as you have 4-hour lines, it's a problem. You have a problem. You don't want too many lines. I don't really go down much further than a 4, but I just wanted to see what the 1 hour was looking like. All right, and then I start back at the monthly for the trend line. So now my trend lines come out. Now I do my trend lines at the monthly, and then I'm done. And then that's a whole chart.
I think I'm really important. I done got so rich, I don't even want joint. Woke up, it's a beautiful morning. Gas up the chopper, I'm going to Georgia. Look out my window, see water.
Yeah.
I look at my wrist and see even more water. I'm smoking on gas, my car on a charge. Electric Ferrari, I shit on a charge. I don't even care about the fame at all. The money motivate me, nigga. And I don't even ride with a spare in my car. How the fuck I'ma spare you niggas?
Yeah.
No shirt, chilling on the yacht with a dot, with a drink, with an umbrella in it.
Yeah.
It's lonely at the top, but I must have forgot, cause my crib got an elevator in it.
Yeah.
Cool up, I see dead people. My watch got a skeleton in it. I got a zoo in Atlanta with a lion and a tiger and a bear and an elephant in it. I keep hearing this voice in my head. Fuck them niggas, they lucky for dead. I can do better my own shit. I dropped everybody who fucked up my bread. Please don't get it confused, cause I'm in the black, I'm not in the red. Hearing this voice in my head saying, fuck what they said, I ain't taking my meds. I keep hearing these voices.
Yeah.
Buy more jewelry, about 5 new Porsches. They say I'm into the stable.
Yeah.
Spend $1 million on hate to feed my horses. I keep hearing these voices. Ripping me up saying buy Rolls Royce. And I keep hearing these voices. Nigga, watch your back, gotta be more cautious. Break up the fight cause my diamonds were hit. Look at yourself, see how jealous you get. Walk through my closet like shopping Atlantis. Go to the bank and they talk to me different. If I work for brick, doesn't mean that it's gifted. The shit that I just took, that shit got me lifted. I'm from the south, you say kill, we say killed it. I'ma catch count till they get it. My first 50 million went hell of a feeling. I put that shit up, stretch that shit for my children. They wouldn't let me in, so I bought the whole building. Busting my head and they telling me kill them. Suicide doors of the decapitated crew. It's a nigga in a truck and he decapitated too. I should go to jail for premeditated flex and the sea same color as chicken in pursuit. I'm feeling like sugar hanging you off the roof. I'll ball no bite like a dog without a tooth. I don't cherish hoes, I fuck them by the two.
Yeah.
I just bought another jet and it was at the blue. I hate to get the whole
What are you listening to, man?
Say again?
What are you listening to?
Oh, Gucci new album.
Okay.
It just dropped. I like it a lot. I heard it while I was running. I went to the gym today. That shit had me running fast as hell.
over, they say it ain't taking my meds. I keep hearing these
Voices.
Buying more jewelry, about buying new Porsches. They say ain't into the stable.
Oh.
Spend $1 million on hate just to feed my horses. I keep hearing these voices. Ripping me up, saying buy Rolls Royce. And I keep hearing these voices. Nigga, watch your back, gotta be more cautious.
Is what I'm doing making sense to you guys? I want you to be able to.
Yes.
Okay, good. Excellent. Okay. Uh-huh.
Did you just chart back to 1987?
Yep.
I'm just playing.
Yep. That means the real trend line.
When they first started as a company.
I checked all the way back.
Now, do you always do that?
Every day. I start from all the way from the monthly. So these are real trend lines. They really, really work. And I label how long they've been.
Yeah, everyone's got a different spot on what they chart out or how they chart. Like me, I do use the monthly if I'm gonna be playing a longer term play, just to let y'all know. But typically if I'm playing a shorter term play, I go about 3 to 6 months out if I'm playing something shorter and kind of see what the trends are and everything. If I'm taking something longer than 3 months or 6 months out, like the actual option, then I'm gonna go out. I might go out 2 or 3 years as well and start checking the monthly because I need to know where they trend at, whether it's earnings, whether it's seasonality, some of these things, you get into a play and you go, it had the charting low daily of it going up, and then you look back and you say seasonality every November it drops 5% or whatever it is. I'm just an example, and then you can say, okay, well this is what it does. So unless it hits this level or like that, I'm not going to play it to the upside. So yeah, it does matter. It does help you go back far sometimes.
Yeah, this is how I learned to chart. I mean, nobody taught me that. I just decided to start at as far as I can go, and it's been working for me so far. So I mean, it just works for me. So if it would,
like I said, I learned to chart from someone who all they do is leaps. So that I did chart like this, and their thing is always for his particular charting. If he goes 1 year out, he needs to look back 2 years. So he has to look 2 to 1. Basically, in a sense, for what he's looking for. So if he's charting something for 6 months out, he has to look, or playing a play 6 months out, he has to go back a full year and look at it from the monthly, weekly, daily. That's just how he does it. So again, everyone's got their own method for that in terms of how far back they want to go for everything.
All right, Alexa, pause. Alexa, pause. So there it is. I'm done. So I've charted Best Buy, and what it's saying is we currently broke through a weekly line, and we bounced off a 4-hour line and also the daily trend line. I think we can get up to 87 or either 91 within. Let's go down to let's say the 15-minute. Let's go to the 1 hour.
I was gonna say go to the weekly and then pull up MACD. I've already got it pulled if you don't.
Let me look at yours. Yeah, I'll look at yours. Let's look at Derek's. Yours is pulled up right now. All right, boom. Oh wow. Okay, so what happens with MACD, guys, is you see that blue line cross over the red line under the these are called the, what is this called again? The I forget what these candles are called. The stochastics, is that what it's called? Those the bars that you're
Volume.
Yeah, it's called something else here. What is that called, Derek? Those bars here? I think it's the stochastics. Histogram. See, that's what I knew. Like hysterectomy. Perfect. All right, the histogram. Perfect. So you got it crossed under here, and the blue is over, and this is perfect for bullish momentum. Perfect for bullish momentum. So yeah, that looks really good. Now let me hit it with Jarvis. So let me hit mine with Jarvis.
What's MACD?
So I'll hit it with Jarvis real quick. Boom. What the hell was that I hit? Let's Lux Algo. I'm not trying to do Lux Algo. Moon phases, not moon phases. Hang on, let me make this bigger. Stop sharing. Okay. Hit with Jarvis. Okay, Jarvis has a buy signal. See, and it's perfect because it's what Derek is saying on a weekly. Jarvis has a buy signal. Big candles. Jarvis, I don't know. I mean Jarvis. Derek, I don't know if you're talking or not, but
I wasn't. I was going to wait for you. So
Okay,
basically,
go
what I got is it hit a demand level down here. That's the demand it was. It's been up ever since, trending upwards on the weekly, because I'm looking to play this for this year, probably November, December. So I'm looking at a weekly chart going back. I don't need to. Not that I don't need all the years or anything like that. I see where the line basically come to. I have about $80 kind of flat, just as a roundabout. I did go back and verify that around here a few times. Here,
yeah, look.
here you got some points. So I did go back. I didn't need to. I don't have all the other ones because I'm just looking, on a shorter time frame. But I did mark out the $80.
Yeah, I got.
As you can see right there.
I got 78.38 right here.
Yeah. You're right. It's a little. I can make it a little lower if I want to go on a shorter term. Then I would have 78.78. And if I go down further, I could find 70s. 78 as well. I just wanted to cross 80 on that longer term for me. Again, just playing it safer. It came down into this gap, as you see down here in this little demand zone right here, where it created previously, and it got bounced on the weekly, and it keeps going up. And then again, MACD, which just that's the actual term is the moving average convergence divergence. It's basically just a trend that follows momentum of the actual ticker. So I can go into the math behind it, but essentially just know it's the momentum, and it's in a very bullish momentum right now.
So
it's heading into the holiday season.
I didn't want to cut you off, but guys, if you look at my screen, if you look at his screen too, if you put your little your mouse or your pointer over the trend dashboard where it says oscillators, go up all the way where it says oscillators. Yeah, right there. See, it'll tell you what's in this. So in there, you have the MACD, RSI. All of that is what builds up this. And it tells you every one of these is a point, and it's 10 of them. So that's what builds up the oscillators. So you MACD, so you don't need to put the MACD on your chart. If you like, you can let's look at the oscillators. That is what the oscillators are. It's made up of RSI, stochastic, CCI, ADX, awesome oscillator, momentum, MACD, stochastic, RSI, Williams, percent R, bull bear power, ultimate oscillator. All of these give a point. So
yeah, and normally I don't bring up MACD at all because it is in Jarvis and it is already included in the oscillators. I know RSI and MACD and CCI are actually the only three I'll usually use. Occasionally I'll use ADX, but very, very, very rare. But MACD, I wanted to highlight this, that it's actually a very bullish in MACD as well. RSI is pretty bullish as well, but MACD is overly bullish compared to where it was very bearish earlier in this trend, if you see. Really and as soon as it hit that demand and made it, it's moved up. So and we've got a major supply up here around 89.50. So I don't want to play anything above 90, just so you know, in terms of dollars. Look
at right here, guys. If you look at my screen again, we're currently sitting in, it has a buy signal. We're currently sitting in the demand zone is in 50-day supply zone. Sorry, we're in a 50-day supply zone where we are. So I wouldn't take anything right out the gate. Let it get above 79.82 with the candle close, and you'll be out of that supply zone. And then you can almost grab it right out of the supply zone. So if you want to put a line at 79.90, 92, you should be straight. And put a bell on that.
And again, it's one of those things where I just have 80 as a flat number. It's not that I'm saying Chris is wrong. It's just, that was just I would just put a line there at $80. Mm-hmm. He is right though. It's actually pennies lower. I just like to sometimes make average, round up to the nearest 5 cent or whatever. That's all I'm doing.
That's good. So you got a buy signal.
Chris, can you repeat the supply zone thing again?
It's right here. Look at my screen. I want you to be able to see it for yourself as well. I'll zoom in. It's a 50-day supply zone at 79.57 to 79.89. So once you break out of 79.90 with the candle close, that this will go away, and then you'll be able to run up to $80, 81, and 82. So yep, the supply zone is right here. All right, guys. So
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
want
let
to
you
know exactly where more of that money, just real quick, sorry, Chris,
go
where
ahead.
that money is, where I use that big blue gun attached to it. It's got the majority of the money sitting at 79.61, just tad under that. And that's basically where it kind of closed to end the week, right above that. So it's still good. It just needs to get that, like Chris said, you need to look at like a 30-minute hourly candle above that kind of $80 or 79.85, kind of that range. And then you can look to go long on it.
Yeah, look at this. It's really good. It makes sense during the holiday season. Best Buy is probably going to make bread. They're probably going to have something come up soon. Close over that level. You can run all the way to $84. So that's a nice move. It's a $5 move for a ticker that's only $80. That's a nice amount of money. And if it breaks out of that, you can see $91. That's all you got. So you can really move from. So you saw all those lines I made. And look how much price is in between each line. You have a line from, this was 78.38 all the way to 9. So it's a $12 move. So yeah, even though it looks like I'm making a lot of lines, when you zoom into like the 5 minute, you're like, bro, you need more lines. But honestly, this move is so severe. This is like a crazy move, guys. There's nothing stopping it when it breaks out of here. There's nothing in its way. Look, a 93% strong buy on a 5 minute. Across the board. It's crazy. 15 minutes. Look at that. You have only thing you have stopping it is this. So let's not take too much time on Best Buy. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see this screenshot or take these levels down. I'm gonna turn Jarvis off again so you guys can see it clearly. But yep, you got 78.38. Then you close over 79.72, and then 79.90, sorry, 79.90. And then because we're currently at 79.72, and then when we close over 79.90, which is this line right here, then you can move all the way to $91. So it obviously has to break out of my trend line first. If it breaks out of my trend line, which is at, my trend line is at $80, you're good. So let's go ahead. Kiki, hang on a second. Yeah. Let's look at some stuff. Let's look at the dollar real quick. The dollar caught a bounce right here. Looks like it caught a rejection as well right here. And it's currently at 98. So dollar looks like it's coming down. It might be good. If the dollar comes down, that'll be great. The VIX looks, oh man, the VIX is actually looking realistic. Let's go. Come on, VIX. VIX likes to hang out around $16, $15. That's normal VIX. Look at this. You see, this is normal VIX, 15, 16 bucks. So if this can come down here, we can get a crazy run on SPY. Okay. SPY looks pretty good. SPY over 665. With the, when we get over here already, we can run up to here, which is 669. I don't got to mark that out. Microsoft. I'm just clicking through some tickers, guys, just to give you something to look at for tomorrow to see if we can get any good moves. Microsoft looks okay. Microsoft for me would have to get above 517 for me to even look at it. I have to get above 517. Nvidia too. Nvidia would need to get above 184 for me to look at it. It needs to get above, let me go back to NVIDIA. It needs to get above 180. Yeah. It would need to get above 184.50 for me to look at it. So you can mark that out. Add alert on NVIDIA 184.50. If it gets over there with a candle close, it can really move. It can really move, actually. I like that. A close over 184.50 and NVIDIA could run. Meta. We all love Meta. Meta's at 717. Meta's going to go crazy on one of these days because it's been ranging for such a long time. Meta's at 717. Meta over this. Meta can get from this weekly to this daily. So Meta can actually hit. It has a doji on the 4-hour, which is scary. So I'll wait to see what happens. But if Meta gets above this 718.47 with the candle close, you can see it go to 720 and then so on. So then the daily is probably where I'm looking to get out. But Meta over the previous 4-hour candle. Oh, guys, hang on. Remember what I told you about that 4-hour thing? That 4-hour line? Okay, so based on this new strategy that I figured out, whenever you have a 4-hour candle with a flat bottom, that means there's no manipulation. So price wants to come back here. Price wants to come back here. So I'm going to make this line. If it works, again, it worked like a charm the last 2 times. So 4-hour method. So there's a line right here. I can see Meta come down to 709 from 717. That'll be a crazy move. I mean, this is a doji right here. After this big run as a doji, it can literally, so if it gets under this weekly line, we have a weekly line of 716, we're going to see 709. You get a candle close under 716, under 709, but if it closes over 718.57, it can go up and touch the 720. So that's an easy Meta chart. Anybody need me to repeat that? No? Okay, good. Set under 716.35, it'll come down. And over 718, I'm like, 718.54, it'll go up. So under 716.35, come down. It really, that's a weekly line. That's a really strong line. Avgo looks good. Let's see. Avgo doesn't know what it wants to do. Avgo is ranging. Honestly, I'm gonna leave Avgo alone. But Avgo can get under 33.40. It'll come down to this 4-hour strategy. Let me show you this 4-hour strategy, what I was talking about. So we were over here, this 4-hour strategy. I was talking about it. I saw this candle with no wick manipulation. We were somewhere around here, and then it just fell. I swear, I told everybody about that. The day I saw it, I looked for a 4-hour with no bottom, with no wick, bottom wick, and it came from all the way up here and just flew down here. So let's just see if Meta can do that. And like literally flew down there. Okay. Apple's at one of my trend lines. Apple, I'm leaving Apple alone. You know how I feel about Apple. Let's look at Tesla real quick. Tesla.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Who, me? Oh, you wanted Tesla. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm saying thank you about leaving Apple alone.
Yeah, you know how we feel about Apple. You know how we feel about Apple. Okay, so what Apple is white dog shit. To me, I don't like it. It just, Tim Cook it doesn't really move really well. When it's such a great company, they haven't invested a lot into like growth, in my opinion. They're just sitting on so much cash for whatever reason. Apple's just, but this right here, guys, it looks, Tesla doesn't look bad. Again, you know what Tesla's lines are? Tesla with the close, we were waiting for this close over 440 to swing, but it didn't happen. So that's why we didn't end up swinging. So someone asked me, can we take Tesla swing? Because Tesla did great on Friday. It always does that. But it ultimately didn't close over. It went all the way to 442 and then closed right here at 439. So it told us, and then now it has a doji at this 440. To me, what does this mean? Looks like puts. Now let's see what it looks like puts if it doesn't close over 440, because there's a doji at the top of an uptrend. Let's see what Jarvis has to say. Jarvis, let's look at Jarvis in the 1 hour. Yeah, it's just hitting this really hard. It's really making, look at all these wicks into this 440 line. And it got to get above here for the candle close for me to touch it. If not, it's going to come down hard. And then look at a 7-day supply zone right here. And let's see what happens. Look, it went from blue candles. Now it's green. So that's going in the opposite direction. Even though they're green candles, it's losing the buyers. So
I have a question, Chris.
Yes, ma'am.
When you say for the candle to close, are you talking about a daily candle to close?
No. If we're in the
Still
day.
with whatever you're on.
Yeah, like say I wait for a 15-minute, but it could be a 5 for a smaller move. You know what I mean? Okay. Let's go back to a Tesla. It can be as small as a 5-minute candle because but I like a 15. I just like the 15-minute candle close over. And I'd be cautious until the high. But look, it shows right here.
Yeah. Once it clears that, then
it clears that, then we can see 443.
Mm-hmm.
That's just that simple.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Absolutely, no problem at all. Let's see. I'm not sharing. Damn, I wasn't sharing my screen. Damn, hang on 1 second. Share screen. Oh man, I wasn't even sharing. I'm on YouTube just talking my face. No sharing screen. That was weird. Okay. So Tokyo session is going on right now. Tokyo high, Tokyo low. It has to Tesla would have to close over this for me. It would actually, for me to really mess with it. Now that it didn't close over the 440, I'll be looking for puts at 440 unless it goes through puts and then closes at 441, which is only a $2 move for a $1.50 move for Tesla, which is really nothing. It moves at a $12 ATR, which is the average true range. So a $2 move is light. I'll wait until it gets a $2 move with a candle close at 441.45. The high of Friday, previous day high, it gets over that. That's a higher high it's going to be making. That'll be great. Until that happens, I'm leaving it alone. Okay. Just clicking through stuff. We love IWM. We love IWM. So IWM, we love it. Let's see, it lost this monthly line. For me to call again calls, it needs to get over 244. It needs to get over 244 but it has a lot of you see this green, it has a buy signal, and you see this green mist is starting to come in, and it's starting to lose it's starting to get less vibrant red. It's starting to get into lighter red. Red is starting to go away. Green is starting to come under it. Buy signal. So if it gets over this yellow line with the candle close or previous day low, we could probably get up to this $44. So a whole dollar with IWM is good. So we're gonna put a 244, a candle close over 244 would look really good. Then we could start retracing this candle that came down. That'll be it. Look at this crazy move. We can retrace that. So IWM over 244, guys. I like that. Bitcoin. This will move the semis. Bitcoin. No, this will move the, sorry, not the semis, but it'll move the miners. The miners are like Clean Spark, MSTR, even Robinhood. It'll move also Webull and Coinbase. It'll move those things. It'll move all that stuff. So if you like any of those tickers, they pay really well. Mara, it'll move Mara. It'll move a bunch of stuff. So it'll sell. If it comes down, it looks like it's losing all this vibrant green, and it's starting to get the red mist. You see that? The red mist is coming behind it. It's starting to come down, and it has a sell signal. It looks good to come down. They say Bitcoin is coming down to 85,000. I don't know if I see that, but they're saying BlackRock just sold a lot of it, like a whole lot of it. And so BlackRock just sold a whole lot of it. So look, oh yeah, look at this on a monthly. It had a potential reversal right at this line, and it's starting to. We'll see. It went from blue to green. He said 85. Is there any gaps down there? Let's see a gap. I didn't know. 74,000. It could come to 74. That'll be amazing. I might be able to afford a Bitcoin. But look, it's starting to get orange. It's looking really potential reversal orange. So guys, wait for the pullback on Bitcoin. Might get good. Gold is just wilding. PLTR. Anybody want to? We have 18 minutes. Anybody want to chart anything in particular? No, it's all good.
Hey, Chris, can you look at CELH?
PEL what?
CELH.
PELH. PELH? A? I'm sorry. PELA?
C as in Chris, E as in elephant, L as in lake, H as in Harry, CELH.
Celsius, CEL.
Why didn't you just say Celsius?
I thought you could understand a Mississippian.
I definitely don't understand a sip. The sip is crazy. They call y'all the sip. I love that. It looks really good.
Hey,
I love it. It looks really good. It looks really good. Blue candles on a monthly is in a. I think it kind of hit the golden pocket, which is I'll show you guys how to draw the golden pocket. So you go from the swing low to the swing high, or the swing high to the swing low. People do it both ways. I'll do that. Pause both ways. But yeah, look at the golden. It bounced off the golden pocket perfectly. So this is the golden pocket right here. Some people say here, but it bounced literally perfectly. So, yep, it looks really good to come back up. So it came and retraced the golden pocket. Bitcoin is still losing it. It's 108. That looks really good. I like it. If you'd like me to chart it, I can. If you want me to chart it, but so far it looks like it can keep coming up. We got blue candles, bounce off the golden pocket. Celsius looks great. Celsius looks great. I don't even think you really need to wait. Let's go down to a weekly. Buy signal on a weekly. You have a supply zone, a 518-day supply zone. So that's probably the target. Let's see what it looks like. Where's the money pulling to? That's going to end there. The money was here. That's why they bought it at the money. Let's see. Daily. It ends here. Let's see. 4 hour. Yeah, it kind of ends there. So it's scary, but it looks, let me turn that off. I like it though. I like it. Actually, I did chart it. What the hell? I got lines on this? I charted this? That's crazy. I don't remember charting this. I don't remember charting this at all, but apparently I charted it. So it looks good to $73. So you have the next move. You crossed over the line that I apparently drawn. If it crosses 60, it has to get past this level right here, 66.89. If it crosses 66.89, it sounds like you're already in it. So be careful at the 66.89. It was a high that is sold off big from there on August 29th. Friday, August 29th, it sold off from right there, and now it bounced here, and now it's about to come back up there and test it. It sold off here again on October 16th. On Thursday, it sold off, and if it can get back to that, that will be a knock, boom. That's what a knock, boom is. So I'll put, so if guys want Celsius over 66, let's put it right. This is what this is. Whatever that is. 66.99. So $67. With a close over $67, it can move up to $72. And that'll be a crazy move. That'll be a nice move. Okay. So let's look at Circle. Anybody is about to say something? No?
Yeah, can you chart APP?
Yes, can you
Apple.
take a look at
Apple?
Morgan?
I don't have to chart it. I already did. APL, sorry. Apple.
No, APP.
APP. What the heck is that?
AppLovin.
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 I see it. APP. Got it. All right, I'll chart it for you. I will. Damn, that's expensive. The hell? The helly? Okay. All right. All right. I'll do it. Alexa, continue. I'll do it really quick. I'm not going to label them so I can make it quick.
Got me a new fun, bitch. She come with a water park. Pull up, kill the parking lot. Know these niggas so annoyed. Bank account on Uncle Phil. Look like the chest. Fuck the owner $500,000. I'm trying to impress. Gave her my black card just a shot without no press. My nickname should be furniture, cause I'm a dress. I made myself a millionaire, Gucci special. Ain't got no feelings for no money. I found a good girl to a bad bitch. Now she a Gucci slut. Nigga, damn. I used to catch the fucking bus. Now I ride an armor, just my driver license just a bus. Nigga, damn. Move like the mob, killing rest like an exterminator. Hold up a line, now go back like I'm the Terminator. Jumped in the pot with a juice, it got 2 baby. Just got the lamb for the gram, and my newest hater. Got me a new fun, bitch. She come with a water park. Pull up, kill the parking lot. Know these niggas so annoyed. Bank account on Uncle Phil. Look like the chest. Fuck the owner $500,000. I'm trying to impress. Gave her my black card just a shot without no press. My nickname should be furniture, cause I'm a dress. I popped the Tesla, got my dick so damn tough. I made myself a millionaire, that Gucci special. She go crazy with the nigga. I had to stop and pull over cause I'm down up at the rent. Nigga, dang. And I ain't stingy with the chick. Ride my dick in the front on, yeah, that's real expensive sex. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This bitch get really, really wet. She done fucked up all the shit. Now we don't got no other shit. Nigga, dang. I do more stunts than Tom Cruise. I'm on my second yacht. I'm about to start my own cruise. Nigga, dang. Got me a new fun, bitch. She come with a water park. Pull up, kill the parking lot. Know these niggas so annoyed. Bank account on Uncle Phil. Look like the chest. Fuck the owner $500,000. I'm trying to impress her. Gave her my black card just a shot without no pressure. My nickname should be furniture, cause I'm a dresser. I popped the Tesla, got my dick so damn tough. I made myself a millionaire, that Gucci special.
My nickname should be dresser because he said my nickname should be furniture because I'm a dresser. I fucking love Gucci. I bet. All right. Okay. Daily. I told her, nah, ho, I'm on vacation. Only time you gon' see Gucci, ho, is at the laundromat. Only time you gon' take Gucci, ho, if you don't want it back. Only time you gon' see Gucci broke is if I rock a cash. Only time you gon' see Gucci mad if I'm on your Only time she come for money. Texting back with LOL, but I don't find shit funny. Nope. The only time I bring my soft top out is when it's sunny. I bought like you hypno, baby. I got Playboy bunnies. I'm in town for one night only. Pull up with your buddies. Don't ever put your hands on walk, cause that'll be your only time. I know that's just a misdemeanor, but that'll be your only crime. Watching the camera from the shower. The only time I'm going soft is when I'm selling powder. The only time a nigga fronted me way back in 95. The only time.
Sorry, Chris, the trend lines you do on what time frame?
I do them from the monthly down to all the way down to the 4 hour. So from the monthly to the 4 hour. That's the lowest I go is the 4.
Like magic too.
You see it, right?
Yeah.
They come together. When you get down to the 5 minute or the 15 minute, you'll see how it just all comes together. So you got now we're down to the 15 minute. Now this is how I look at it. So we got to get above 6:15. You got to get above 6:15, and then you can see you have a clear shot to 7:39. It already broke out of this trend line right here. It came and messed with it a little bit. It just has to get above 6:15, and let's see what Jarvis has to say now.
time I bow down to a man when I'm kneeling for prayer. The last time a nigga tried me, I was facing the chair. The only time I'm ever in this bitch, I'm not fucking a player. Used to be a taker, now I'm loaded like a baked potato. Like to be like 20, eat some McAfee, I'm in the cave. Richer than my auntie, niggas broken book, ain't no debate.
Okay. It's a lot of chop, but you have a supply here. Let's look at a 1 hour. Let's see what Jarvis has to say. You have a buy signal all the way up to pretty much where I said. So currently you can get to if you can get to 615, you know, you could probably get to 615. It's currently at 598. So you could probably go from 598 to about 615. You have a buy signal that just came out. Let's see what the daily looks like. You caught I don't know if I like it to the upside. You got a hanging man right at the 615 level. But we'll see. But for me to not like it, see, Alexa, pause. So you got a hanging man, right? It's a beautiful hanging man too, right at 615 on a daily. So on Thursday, it caught a hanging man and then it fell. And now it's currently right here. So it can actually keep heading down. You got the red mist is starting to come out. But you do have support at this trend line. If it breaks below this trend line, you got nothing coming. So my stop loss, I mean, it's a lot. Yeah, it would be out under this trend line, or I would probably play it over 615, which is a big move. But that's what. So does this make sense to you though?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
You got it. You got it. We have 5 minutes left, guys, but I don't think I could chart anything. But if you want to look at something, I got.
Chris, can you take a quick look? Can you take a quick look at JPM?
What is it called? Tell me, please. Say it again. You're breaking up. JPM. Oh yeah, JP Morgan. Okay, JPM. I think I've charted that. Nope, I did not chart it. Okay, so we'll just have Jarvis look at it for you. I don't think I have time to chart it, but we have on a daily is a buy signal that hit stop loss. Yeah, it looks like it's headed down, my brother. It had a hanging man and another hanging man at the high, and it's headed down. Tried to come back up, but ultimately got crushed. You have the demand zone. Let's look at a 4 hour. You have some support around here, around 292. Currently, it's at 297. Yeah, it's in a downtrend, bro. A couple time frames are telling me it's coming down. You have a sell signal over here at the hanging man I was talking about, and it has hit take profit 1 already at 293, and potentially it can come down to 288 and 283. So currently a couple different time frames have said sell signal. Yeah, let's look on a daily. Look at that, bro. And let's look at the weekly. Yeah, that looks nasty. That looks like it's coming down, bro. The buy signal came up here. We had a buy signal on the daily, but look, it went all the way blue. Then it got a potential reversal, and now it's yellow. It's going down, baby. And the banks were getting clapped, so that looks like it's coming down. That's just my thoughts. I wish I could chart it more for you, but that's what it looks like. All right.
No, that's cool. Thanks.
No problem. Well, guys, thank you for charting with Sealy. Appreciate you guys for being here. Now we have the 8 o'clock Jarvis, and you have the link inside the announcements. It's going to be on my webinar, Webinar Geek. So if you want to click there, meet me over there, I'll be there. All right. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful night.